Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to Press for Truth TV. Today is Wednesday, April the 4th, 2012, and the freedom of the free flow of information on the internet is under attack once again, as we now are seeing the introduction of a new piece of legislation known as CISPA, the Cyber Intelligence Sharing and Protection Act. Now, many of you will recall that it was only a few months back where we saw the introduction of SOPA and PIPA, the Stop Online Piracy Act, and the Protecting Intellectual Property Act. And this basically infuriated the online community because many of us quickly realized that this had nothing to do with protecting intellectual property, and it had everything to do with blocking the free flow of information on the internet and essentially censoring the net. And we realized quickly that those bills would basically give the government and the authorities the ability to not only monitor all of your online activity, but also the ability to be able to shut down any website that it claims was infringing upon a copyright. So basically everybody rallied together. We raised a lot of awareness about these through viral videos and boycotting campaigns. Many of you will recall that there was a boycott against GoDaddy.com, the world's largest domain register, because they supported the SOPA and PIPA bills. And you may recall that websites like Reddit.com and Wikipedia blacked out their pages for one day to raise awareness about these bills, and that essentially led to the vote on these bills being delayed and the bills essentially being shelved. So at the time, I remember thinking it was great. It was a victory in the information war. And but you will recall from my videos a few months ago how I stated that we have to remain vigilant on this one, because there's a very good chance that they will just wait a few months and reintroduce this bill under some new name to try to get it passed again. And lo and behold, here we are with the introduction of CISPA. And so here's an article from Electronic Frontier Foundation, which I'll just read a bit to you here. Congress is considering legislation that would give companies a free pass to monitor and collect communications, including huge amounts of personal data like your text messages and emails, and share that data with the government and anyone else. All a company has to do is claim its privacy violations were for cybersecurity purposes. H.R. 3523, also known as the Cyber Intelligence Sharing and Protection Act, would let companies spy on users and share private information with the federal government and other companies with near total immunity from civil and criminal liability. It effectively creates a cybersecurity exemption to all existing laws. There are almost no restrictions on what can be collected and how it can be used, provided a company can claim it was motivated by cybersecurity purposes. That means that a company like Google, Facebook, Twitter, or AT&T could intercept your emails and text messages, send copies to one another and to the government, modify those communications, or prevent them from reaching their destination if it fits into their plan to stop cybersecurity threats. Worst of all, the stated definition of cybersecurity is so broad that it leaves the door open to censor any speech that a company believes would degrade the network. The bill specifically mentions that cybersecurity can include protecting against the theft or misappropriation of private or government information, including intellectual property. Such sweeping laws would give companies and the government new powers to monitor and censor communications for copyright infringement. So once again, we are faced with the suppression of the free flow of information on the internet, because as we know, there is a massive awakening that has taken place, particularly in the past 5 to 10 years or so. Many people are becoming aware of many of the problems that are going on in this world, and they are sharing that information on the internet. So this poses somewhat of a problem for the powers that be, and they are trying to counter that with the introduction of these new bills, which would allow them to essentially censor free speech and censor the internet. So knowing that we did successfully manage to stop the SOPA and PIPA bills by raising a massive amount of awareness about those bills, which led to them being shelved. Knowing that we've done it once before, we can certainly do it once again. So I would ask today that you share this video, share with your friends and family, post it on your Facebooks, and let's just raise awareness about this current CISPA bill, which again has nothing to do with protecting intellectual property, and it's all about blocking the free flow of information on the internet. So we have to do everything we can to try to maintain net neutrality and keep it wide open for the free flow of information. So once again, guys, share this video and just spread the word about CISPA, because it's we're at that crucial moment once again, where we have to stand up for our rights online, and we have to try to stop this bill just as we did with the SOPA and PIPA bills a few months ago. So anyways, guys, that's it for today. Once again, share this video, tell everybody you can about CISPA, and let's do just as we did with SOPA and PIPA, and put an end to this one as quickly as we possibly can. And that's it for today, guys. Thank you for joining me once again, and I'll see you right back here tomorrow at pressfortruth.tv. Take care.